Good morning, everybody, and welcome back into my house for our lesson today. We're going to get started with our golden gloves. Let me see them. Let's begin. Do unto others as you would have them do unto you. And let's all say what the golden rule means. Treat others the way you like to be treated. Okay, guys, let's get started on our morning message. March 24th, 2020. Dear boys and girls. We're missing some letters in the word boys. Let's see, we have the B and we have the S at the end. What are we missing? O-Y. That is a sound we have not learned about yet with our phonics chants. But O-Y says oi. Dear boys and girls, hello. Today, Tuesday. What word are we missing there? Today is Tuesday. And how are we going to spell is? I-S. That's right. Today is Tuesday. Look your window. What word do you think would make sense there? Look your window. Look at your window? We could try look at your window, but look at what the rest of the sentence says. Look your window and tell me the weather. If we were to say look at your window and tell me the weather, that wouldn't quite get the job done. Because what if your curtains were closed? We would need to look out our window. So we're going to put out there. O-U-T, O-U-T, get out of here, you bumblebee. Look out your window and tell me the weather. Go ahead, go do it. Tell me, what kind of weather are we having today? All right, we are going to draw pictures to model an addition and a subtraction sentence. That was a big sentence for us. I'm going to read it one more time for you. We are going to draw pictures to model an addition and a subtraction sentence. Love, Mrs. Lukacsko. Okay, let's check for understanding. First, I want to know, what's the name of the month that we're in right now? What is the name of our month? We can always find that at the very top of our message. Loaded? Let it go. March. Good job. Next, I want to know, what did Miss Lukacsko ask you to look out of? What did she ask you to look out of? Let it go. Your window. Why? Why did I ask you to look out of your window? To see what our weather is today. Very good. Okay, and lastly, how are we going to model addition and subtraction sentences today? How will we model addition and subtraction sentences? This is a harder question to answer. We've got to really think about it. Let's find the sentence that tells us that first. We are going to draw pictures to model an addition and a subtraction sentence. That's how we're going to model it. We're going to draw pictures to show when something is being added, when something is being subtracted. Good job. We're going to move on and say hello to all of our friends. And let's say hello to Stefan, Aiden, Renila, Brantley, Morgan, Jaden, Josiah, Jersey, Huxley, Danielle, Riley, and Danica, Knox, Brooklyn, Easton, Kaylin, Billy, Kaylin, Orville, Evelyn, Addie, Kylie, Kalia, Nick, Alyssa, Blake, and Asher. Hey everybody, let's sing one of our songs from think we learned this one back in September. It was about community helpers. So let's name a couple of community helpers. I know one that is helping us in a really big way right now, and those are our doctors and our nurses. So let's sing our song 2 times, and the first time we'll say doctors, and the second time we'll say nurses. Okay, here we go. Doctors help in our community, do helpful things for you and me. Say thanks to a doctor, thanks to a doctor, thanks someone today. Now let's sing about nurses. Nurses help in our community, do helpful things for you and me. Say thanks to a nurse, thanks to a nurse, thanks someone today. How about one more? This one is going to be about grocery store helpers. We are going to call them grocers. People who run a grocery store are called grocers. So we're going to tell them thank you. Grocers help in our community, do helpful things for you and me. Say thanks to a grocer, thanks to a grocer, thanks someone today. Excellent job. Let's review our new sight words. Just, give. Ooh, use that TH sound. There. By. Be careful, remember this is a D, down. This is the really tricky one. It doesn't sound out the correct way at all. We just need to look at it and recognize that it is the word 8 for the number 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Over. You can also sign the word over in sign language like this. Like if something is too much over, you would go like that. But I wanted to eat dinner, but my mom said it wasn't time yet. But, oh, it's upside down. Very. Upside down. I don't think we went over this one last time. I think I left it out. This is the word from. Like if you were to give a Valentine to someone, you would say, oh, that's from me. From. This is how we sign from. We put this finger up and we pull this one away. From. Got. This is when you've already gone somewhere, you say that you went. Was. Saw. Was. Saw. We're going to stop there. And we're going to move on to our math, modeling our math problems, drawing a picture to show that something is either being added or subtracted. Let's draw a picture to show this subtraction problem. We have 3 minus 1 equals 2. We like to use food as an example whenever we do subtraction problems, but we use subtraction for all kinds of things. We use it when we're talking about spending money. We would use it to talk about, let's say you went to go hit some baseballs with your grown-up and you took a bucket of 10 balls and you hit 5 of them, how many balls would be left in the bucket? That's subtraction without using food. But for the sake of making it easy right now, let's talk about food, because it's really easy to think about eating something and then it being gone. So let's pretend like they're cookies on a plate. We start with 3 cookies on a plate. So we're going to draw 3 cookies, and those are really easy to draw because all you have to do is draw circles. Maybe they're chocolate chip cookies, maybe they're Oreos. You can decide. So those are my 3 cookies, minus how many? 1. To show that we're losing 1 cookie, what should we do? I can't erase this, it's a marker, but I can mark it off like this. And so how many cookies are left? 2 cookies. So I just drew a picture that models that subtraction problem. Let's do one more, and this time instead of subtracting, we're going to add. Today, let's add these numbers together and draw this picture. 2 plus 4 equals. Now, we are very smart, and we could figure that out in our heads really quickly, what 2 plus 4 makes when you put them together. But the purpose today is to draw a picture to model this sentence. So let's make it be about cookies again, because that's really easy to draw circles. We're going to say 2 cookies and 4 cookies. Perhaps Kylie had 2 cookies for lunch, and then when her mom wasn't looking, she snuck 4 more cookies. I always knew that it was Kylie that stole the cookies from the cookie jar. Let's draw it. So 2 cookies go underneath the number 2. Those are the ones her mommy gave her after lunch. Oh, but now we need to draw 4 more cookies to show the ones she snuck. We have drawn the 2, we've drawn the 4, and now to show what it equals, we're just going to write the number. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and write our 6 over here. You don't have to draw 6 cookies over here. You can just show 2 and 4. That's pretty easy, right? That's how you draw a picture to demonstrate or to model a number sentence. Today's story is called The Mixed Up Chameleon. And to read this story, I think I'm going to go sit down on my couch and get more comfortable. So give me just a second. The Mixed Up Chameleon by Eric Carle. On a shiny green leaf sat a small green chameleon. It moved onto a brown tree and turned brownish. And then it rested on a red flower and it turned reddish. And when the chameleon moved slowly across the yellow sand, it turned yellowish. You could hardly see it. Now it's blending in. When the chameleon was warm and had something to eat, it turned sparkling green. But when it was cold and hungry, it turned gray and dull. We have that word dull in our classroom on that pencil basket or that pencil bucket. Remember, if they're not pointy, if they don't have a nice sharp point, we put our pencils in the dull side because it means it doesn't have a sharp point and needs to be sharpened. Here, the word dull means something slightly different. He's shiny when he's green, but when he's gray, he is dull. So dull can mean the opposite of shiny. When the chameleon was hungry, it sat still and it waited. Only its eyes moved, up, down, sideways, until it spotted a fly. And then the chameleon's long and sticky tongue shot out and caught the fly. That was its life. It was not very exciting. But one day, The chameleon saw a zoo. It had never seen so many beautiful animals. Look at those beautiful animals. The chameleon thought, "Oh, how small I am." That sound is my dog drinking her water. "Oh, how small I am, and how slow I am, and how weak I am. I wish I could be big. I wish I could be white like a polar bear." And the chameleon's wish came true. But was it happy? No, it wasn't happy. Koa girl, you want to come join me? Come here. Come here, Koa. No. Oh, look at that. In the corner, right here, you can see the polar bear. And look, now you can see a flamingo, because it's thinking about being a flamingo. I wish I could be handsome like a flamingo. Handsome means attractive. It's usually a word we use to describe boys or men when they're attractive. Usually when we talk about girls being attractive or nice to look at, we say pretty or beautiful. And for men, we say handsome. I wish I could be smart like a fox. I wish I could swim like a fish. I wish I could run like a deer. And I wish I could see things far away, like a giraffe. Would you look at that chameleon? I think I understand why the title of the book is called The Mixed Up Chameleon. Koa, get away from the camera. Come here. You can join me for story time. I wish I could hide in a shell like a turtle. And I wish I could be strong like an elephant. It sounds like this chameleon doesn't want to be who he really is. I wish I could be funny like a seal. And I wish I could be like people. And just then, a fly flew by. And the chameleon was very hungry. But the chameleon was very mixed up. And it was a little of this, it was a little of that, and it couldn't catch the fly. I wish I could be myself. The chameleon's wish came true, and it caught the fly. That's the author. That's Eric Carle right there. All that wanting to be other things made the chameleon become not his true self anymore. And then he couldn't even catch a fly because he was so mixed up and so confused. It was important that he be happy with who he was so that he could just be himself. It's okay to want to learn how to do new things, and it's okay to want to be better at things. That's all great. That's all good. We should always want to be better. But it's also perfectly okay just to be who you are. Everybody is different. Everybody is special. You can do things that some people can't do, and you can't do some things that other people can do. And that's okay. That's okay. You should be happy to just be the special person that you already are, because I think you're very special. This has something to do with our journal writing today. So I'm going to turn our camera around. I'm going to get the board ready, and we're going to discuss what you're going to write in your journals today. So today's journal writing says, what is something neat that you can do? And I thought it would be fun to answer it as if we're Koa. What is something neat that she can do? Oh, she's already getting started. Come on, Koa. Sit down. Good girl. Sit pretty. Very good. Stand. Stand. Good. Sit. High five. Good. Speak. 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 Good girl. Koa can do lots of tricks because remember, she's the good dog. But let's answer this question as if we were Koa. I'll write it like Koa was answering the journal. How about one more, Koa? Stand. Stand. Stand up. Come on. There you go. Good girl. So I'll bring this to us a little bit closer. What is something neat that you can do? And you're proud of yourself for it. Maybe it's something silly. Maybe it's something that you really worked hard to do. What is something neat that you can do? So let's answer it like Koa is answering it. I can. How do we spell can? C-A-N. I can sit. And we're going to say we can sit pretty. Because when she puts her paws up like this, off of the floor, we call that sit pretty. I can sit et. And then what says E at the end of words? Tricky Y. I can sit pretty. And she could do a lot of things. So I'm going to put a comma to take a break and make a list. I can sit pretty. Give. Ooh, I'm going to use that new sight word. Give. Give high. High is spelled with a really neat team of letters. I-G-H says I. Give high fives, comma, because I'm going to list one more thing. I can sit pretty, give high fives, and stand. Oh, she did speak too. We should probably add that too. So I'll just put another comma. And speak. What do we hear at the beginning of speak? S, but it comes with something else. Sp. Listen to the vowel sound. Sp. E. The E is saying its name. We are going to use a vowel team for that. We're going to use the EA vowel team. We're not quite finished. Let's tap it out. Sp. Eek. It is a K. And then, of course, we could draw a picture of Koa doing all of those things. Maybe, I know sometimes in your journal writings, you would divide it up and you would show one thing in each column. So I could show Koa sitting pretty right here. Those are her two little paws. And there's, oh, I did not come prepared to draw a dog today. There she is sitting pretty. There's her two paws up here. So there she is sitting pretty. Looks a little bit more like a rat. Whatever. I'm doing my best. And then give high fives. I'm gonna stop here. You give it your best, but I'm afraid that this is gonna get a little bit messy if I keep going. But I can't wait to see your journal writings about the special things or the neat things that you can do. I will see you later. Be good for your grown-ups today. Do your very best work. And I love you.